from the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Wednesday, November 25th, 2015. I'm Paula Degnan in for Ann Gownley. Luzerne County Manager Robert Lawton has submitted his resignation letter today. In a letter to council, Lawton said he would stay on until the end of the year and leave it up to the 11-member elected body to appoint a replacement. Lawton became the county's first non-interim manager under the Home Rule Charter in February of 2012, relocating from California. His exit came as no surprise as some council members pushed for his resignation, saying that he failed to keep them informed of the county's finances that put it in the position to seek a $20 million loan to operate while awaiting passage of a state budget that would release some much-needed funding. No word yet what any of the county council members think of Lawton's move. A second fire sparked at a set of vacant row homes in McAdoo this morning. It broke out around 8 o'clock at 204 through 212 West Sherman Street. Crews found smoke pouring from the second floor windows. They had it under control within several minutes. Neighbors say this is the third such fire there, the most recent just a month ago. Court records show the building is owned by Roman Wilfried of Jackson Heights, New York. A state police fire marshal was called in to investigate this morning's fire. Two men from the Bronx led state police on a chase that ended when a car crashed into a house in Hazleton just after 2 o'clock this morning. State police at Fern Ridge said they tried to stop a car heading west on Interstate 80, but as police tried to pull the car over, it took off, leading troopers on a chase that exceeded 120 miles an hour. The car got off at I-80 at Route 309 and headed toward Hazleton. Once in the city, it turned off Church Street onto 16th, but failed and crashed into a house. Arrested the driver, 20-year-old Paul Brooks, and a passenger, 20-year-old Juan Dominguez, both of the Bronx. Police also seized 580 packs of heroin and a small amount of marijuana from the vehicle. No one else was injured. Hazleton City Council made big changes in outgoing Mayor Joe Yanuzzi's proposed budget. The end result? No property tax hike. WYLN's Gary Perna has more.
Tuesday night, Hazleton City Council hacked apart Mayor Joe Yanuzzi's final budget. In the budget, Council reduced department head salaries and raised the in lieu of tax fee the city gets from the city authority. It also allocated $100,000 for hiring part-time police officers in 2016, but it also killed the earned income tax hike that Mayor Yanuzzi proposed. The revised budget passed 3-2. One of the no votes came from Councilman and Mayor-elect Jeff Cassat. He said he voted no because the budget reduces non-uniform police salaries by $71,692 and eliminates money that would be needed to retain Police Chief Frank D'Andrea in 2016. He said it means he'd have to promote from within the department, leaving the force one officer short. Council's budget also cut over $2,000 from the mayor's office, $10,000 from the Financial Administration Department, and cut over $1,900 from the solicitor and cut the special legal fees in half. Council also cut over $7,000 from the Payroll and Data Department and over $1,100 from the Fire Department. It cut over $69,000 from the Highway. All the cuts were basically department head salaries. Now, Council did add over $3,000 to the Engineering Department, but did not make any changes to the city clerk's office. At this point, Mayor-elect Cassat said he hasn't decided whether he'll reopen the budget when he takes office in January. He will have 45 days to do so. Cassat said at Tuesday night's meeting, this puts him in a position where he now has to go back and look at exactly what he needs to do to keep the city running, starting in January. In Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Speaking of budgets and money, Luzerne County will remain in operation for the rest of the year because County Council voted to borrow $20 million at last night's meeting. WYLN's Julie Stefanovich has that story.
Concerned residents from Luzerne County packed the courthouse jury selection room at last night's County Council meeting. They made comments on borrowing money to keep the county afloat during the public comment portion of the meeting, and council did vote to borrow the money. The loan will help avoid mass layoffs and an $8.5 million debt repayment, which is due on December 15th. Councilwoman Eileen Sarakas, along with Jim Bobick, Rick Williams, Linda McCloskey, Rick Morelli, and Tim McGinley voted for the loan. The $20 million loan could include interest and fees which may not be reimbursed by the state. Council must now get approval from a county court of common pleas judge before proceeding with the loan process. Also at last night's meeting was a motion calling for County Manager Robert Lawton's suspension. After addressing council and the audience, Councilman Rick Morelli decided not to proceed with the vote. The next Luzerne County Council meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, December 15th at 6 p.m. In Wilkes-Barre for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
And as we told you at the beginning of the newscast, Robert Lawton did submit his resignation late this afternoon. The state Senate passed a non-binding resolution calling for a halt to the settling of Syrian refugees in Pennsylvania. The vote, an overwhelming bipartisan 37-13. It directs Governor Tom Wolf to reject the placement of Syrian refugees in the state until the federal government establishes increased security procedures to screen them. The resolution has no power and is a statement of position on the part of the Senate. Hazelton Public Transit advising patrons that there will be no bus service tomorrow in observance of the Thanksgiving Day holiday. Bus service will resume as normal on Friday, November 27th. The Hazelton Public Transit offices will also be closed tomorrow and Friday for the holiday. Speaking of the holiday, time now for a first look at our forecast with Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik in the Weather Center. Joe?
Thanks, Paula. Overall today, the day before Thanksgiving, not a bad day whatsoever across the Northeast. In fact, any type of traveling you have to do going into this evening, you're not going to have to worry about any problems. In fact, take a look at much of the nation, not looking too bad. A little bit of some precipitation out toward the west, couple of spotty showers. But other than that, things looking pretty good. Things looking good as we head into this evening. 24-hour high temperatures. Well, actually not bad for this time of year. 40s and 50s. And temperature-wise right now, we're at 38 in New and Gold, 45 in Berwick, and 46 degrees in Bloomsburg. The complete 7-day forecast coming up in just a few moments. Paula?
Thanks, Joe. Also coming up next, a local school remembers its founders and gearing up for the holiday season in one city. That and more on WYLN News. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Chief Videographer Mike Lula, Weather with meteorologist Joe Garbacik, Sports with Eric DeBerardinis and Gabriella Justin.
We're here. We're here to fight this. We're here with board-certified oncologists. We're here with access to genetic counseling, clinical trials, and the most advanced treatment options. We're here with the strength of the region's leading health network. And now we're here in Hazelton, the new LVHN Cancer Center. We're here for you.
Family owned and operated, the experienced professionals at Lehigh Tire have served the residents of the greater Hazelton area for over 55 years. From our full line of passenger, light truck, and commercial tires to our automotive services including tune-ups, inspections, oil changes, and alignments.
Every time I've ever done business here, they've been very polite, straightforward, and the job gets done quickly and right.
Find the right tire for the right price today at Lehigh Tire.
Combined Insurance makes it easy to protect you and your loved ones by paying cash directly to you when you need it most. Whether you're looking for accident and sickness, disability, or life coverage, Combined Insurance has a policy to meet your needs and fit your budget. Call John Ravello, 570-499-0504 for an appointment to help determine the best coverage for you. That's John Ravello, 570-499-0504.
A group of preschool children had the opportunity to interact with students from Junior Leadership Hazleton this afternoon. The high schoolers paid a visit to the Helping Hands Society of Hazleton. They discussed the history of the Thanksgiving holiday and also asked the youngsters what they were most thankful for. We spoke with Executive Director of Helping Hands, Mary Beth Cook.
So are you thankful for your puppies and kitties on?
Well, it's a great role model situation for our children to see the young children come in and help. They have a wonderful time, and it's a feel-good day because you see the youth of today there's so many great kids out there, young adults, and we are very proud to have them here.
Junior Leadership Hazleton is an organization that encompasses all schools in the district. The students in the program get together to do community projects throughout the year. Any student who would like to become involved with
Thanksgiving to show the kids how much they could be thankful for. We also have a read-along, we have crafts, we have snacks and drinks for the kids, and we just want to have the kids have a good holiday. We also have a Christmas party. We visit the senior living home, and we also have the Halloween party at the mall where they give out candy.
Any student who wants to become involved with Junior Leadership can fill out an application at leadershiphazelton.org. Students from MMI School in Freeland took time out of their schoolwork to pay thanks to the founders of the school on Wednesday, Eckley and Sophia Cox. Senior class officers, students, and faculty laid a wreath at the Cox's gravesite on the grounds of St. James Episcopal Church in Drifton, a church that the Coxes also founded. We talked with the head of the school, Tom Hood, and senior class president Taylor Peluso about the day.
Today we're here to commemorate our founders and just give thanks to what they did for us and all that they've built for us. We really appreciate it, so we're just here to let them know.
Well, it's been at least 2 decades, and I'm sure it was longer than that we've been coming back. It's the time of year when we should be giving thanks and taking a break from our studies to remember all the advantages that were given to us by the Cox family. The Cox family lived in the area. Many of the coal barons lived in Philadelphia and just took from the area. The Coxes gave as much as they took, and that's an important lesson for all of us.
Founded in 1879, MMI was first a night school, giving area minors the chance to educate themselves. You can bring that up at the dinner table tomorrow. The Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce hosting a 3-week event to encourage Christmas shoppers to visit downtown businesses. Today was the kickoff of the Chamber's Downtown Bucks promotion. Customers who shop at the 30 retailers from now until December 16th have the opportunity to enter into a drawing where they can win $50 in downtown bucks. We stopped by Shop 2 this morning and spoke with Chamber President Mary Malone.
Our glorious shops today in the Shop 2. The mayor just again kicked it off. So the whole concept and idea is shop local, shop small throughout the holiday season. And we'd like to wish everyone a blessed and happy Thanksgiving. But we'd encourage folks over the course of the entire retail and holiday shopping season to frequent not only one of these 30 stores, but all of our businesses in the greater Hazleton area.
Small Business Saturday is November 28th. Melody Fuller, who owns Hair of the Dog, Jagger's Doggy Deli, and Polish Pottery, will be holding a 10% off sale this Saturday.
It's a great idea because it brings people to downtown Hazleton. It brings people downtown to any city in the United States, and it keeps the small business owners in business, and it keeps our downtown from deteriorating. We're very grateful for what they've done with downtown with the sidewalks and putting in the new trees. So every season we decorate the tree.
The Chamber's Downtown Bucks promotion ends at 10:30 a.m. December 16th at Jimmy's Quick Lunch. So be sure to patronize Hazleton's local businesses this holiday season. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacek back with a full look at our Thanksgiving forecast. Stay with us.
Did you know that suicide rates are on the rise in Luzerne and Wyoming counties? Did you know that over 100 Americans commit suicide every day? And did you know that you can help prevent suicide? I'm Jeffrey Waugh, and I'm here to tell you there is help. If you or someone you know is depressed, dial 800-273-TALK or the emergency helpline at 211. For more information and suicide prevention tips, visit any of these websites. Together, we can save lives.
Electric Frog Designs is your one-stop for screen printing, vehicle wrap, signs, awnings, and so much more. They have all you need for your sporting event, including a large selection of trophies and awards. Custom-made plaques are also available. They can customize your marketing and promotional items, welcome home loved ones, or share the joy of special events with their banners large or small. Locally owned and operated, quality work at affordable prices. Why go anywhere else? Electric Frog Designs, located on Route 309 in Drums. Stop in today.
Well, we got some chillier air to talk about across the Northeast that will be coming into our area, but overall for our Thanksgiving, things shaping up to be pretty decent. Here's the graphic for today, and you can see for yourself it was dry across the Northeast, a little bit warmer, and in fact as we go into tomorrow and Friday, it's even going to get milder across our area. It's actually going to feel pretty nice over the next 2 days, and then again some cooler air starts to make its way back into our area. But again, for all things said and done, it's looking like it should be pretty nice if you have to do any type of traveling over the next 2 days. Live 35 Skycast Doppler. Nothing to show you. We continue to remain dry from Wilkes-Barre through Scranton, Berwick, Bloomsburg, and Danville. Our live Lehigh Tire conditions outside our station in Hazleton. We're sitting in at 38 degrees. A little bit of breeze out there, so it does make it feel like it's a few degrees colder than what the actual air temperature indicates. 45 now, Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport, 37 in Mount Pocono, 43 in Williamsport, still in the 50s out there in Pittsburgh. Wyoming Valley area, temperatures generally holding in the 40s. Satellite, radar, really nothing to show you across the Northeast. It's kind of quiet, and that'll be the case as we head through tonight, as we head through tomorrow as well. Next chance of seeing any precipitation probably won't get here until we start going into the first part of the weekend. Probably Saturday. Looks like we'll have to deal with some showers across our area. But until then, things kind of quiet, still remaining dry on a mild side as we go into tomorrow and as we start going into our Friday. But then, like I said, some showers from the west start to spread toward the east for the first part of the weekend. Notice tonight dropping down into the 30s. Tomorrow, good shot of getting up into the 50s. Tomorrow night dropping down only into the 40s, and there you can see temperatures in the 40s as we start going into our early Friday morning, which happens to be Black Friday. Many people, I'm sure, will be out there shopping. So we stay dry as we head into tomorrow. Overall, not looking bad for our Turkey Day. And then for our Black Friday, it's going to be bringing in some milder air across our area and then cooler weather as we head into the weekend. Extended forecast looking like this as we start going into the next couple of days. Hey, it does look good as we head into tomorrow, and then looking good as we go into our Friday, Saturday, a couple of showers around, and then chillier as we go into our Sunday. Our daytime Pennsylvania lottery numbers, the Pick 282, the Pick 3206, and the Pick 41590. Pick 5 numbers looking like this, 69978, and treasure hunt numbers 2910, 14, and 21. We'll have more for you coming up after the break.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicapped accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget, restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314.
The L.C. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center in Hazleton proudly presents 1224, December 29th at 7 p.m. This Christmas concert combines holiday music with a theatrical rock edge and a musical storyline to create a holiday show suitable for fans of all ages. 1224, featuring the music of the Trans-Siberian Orchestra as well as their own holiday creations. It's the magic of Christmas brought to life at every show. December 29th at 7 p.m. at the Alice C. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center in Hazleton. Tickets are on sale now.
Tickets are now on sale for the annual Sounds of the Season concert at the Alice C. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center in Hazleton. Ring in the holidays with performances by the Hazleton Philharmonic Orchestra under the direction of Robert Lagana and the Freeland Community Choir under the direction of Jackie Wetzel. The audience will be invited to join in the singing of traditional holiday music along with full orchestra and chorus. Advance tickets are $10 for adults and $5 for children. Sounds of the Season is brought to you by these businesses.
A local group that performs wonderful Christmas music will be stopping in the area just in time for the holiday season. WILN's Ann Gownley sat down with one member of the group, 1224.
I am now joined by Lenny Kaczynski, who is a founding member of 1224, a very well-known band here in the Hazleton area. Born and raised, the whole band is all here and back for the holiday season. And I know so many people cannot wait. And you're here to talk about those two big shows here in the Hazleton area, so tell us about them.
Thank you. Well, we're so excited. 14 years ago when we started a band, it was Hazleton gave us our first, they believed in us first, so we made it a tradition every year to start the tour and end the tour in Hazleton. So we're starting off in Eagle Rock, Thanksgiving weekend, ending at the Wiltsey Center on the 29th, a couple days before New Year's.
So tell us a little bit about 1224 itself. It's a different type of band than anyone has seen before, and luckily and thankfully, it is here in the Hazleton area for everyone to enjoy.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we're based here. It's where our recording studio, where our practice session is. We bring in the best talent, really, from a 2-hour radius and travel to tri-state area. We do about a 20-city tour in about 40 days. So it really is fast and furious. It's a Trans-Siberian Orchestra recreation, which we started off with. And then we evolved into our own show, 2 of our own albums. So the sets include a lot of Trans-Siberians music, because we love them, and obviously, as most of the world does. But we have a lot of our own originals thrown in there as well, because we just love the Christmas season.
So what can people expect when they come to your show? And like Lenny said, the first show is November 28th. It's at the Eagle Rock Base Lodge.
That's right.
And that's at 7 p.m.
Yep.
And the second one will be December 29th at 7 p.m. And that's at the Wiltsey Center at the Castle here in Hazleton. What can people expect?
Well, what it is, the 14 performers, it's a holiday rock orchestra. So there's a string section, there's 6 now, 6 brilliant lead vocalists. There's a 6-piece rock band. So it really is the intertwiningness of the rock sound, the classical sound. It really is a family show of all ages. Christmas music throughout, obviously, but fun, surprises, talent. I'm just so blessed and honored to be on stage, that we share the stage with people this talented. I literally have tears in my eyes when we play. Just 14 years, it doesn't get older or stale for us. It just gets fresher and more exciting every year. So it really is all age show. We have people from 4 to 94 come out and love the show. To be able to appeal to that many generations is a high honor for us indeed.
That's awesome. And where can people purchase tickets for these shows?
Right from our website. We direct them to the appropriate ticket sites for the one. So it's 1224.net, all spelled out. And 1224 is, of course, the date of Christmas Eve, in case people don't get that. This is our tradition, so you know that. But it's the date of Christmas Eve, but it's all spelled out. If you were to ever think of doing something like spelling it out, that would be our website, TWELVE,
I can't wait. I definitely want to check out the show, and I don't think anybody else would want to miss this show. It is very exciting, and thank you once again for coming back and bringing out the Christmas season here in the Hazleton area. You can catch 1224. It's November 28th at 7 p.m. at the Eagle Rock Base Lodge, and then December 29th at the Wiltsey Center. That's also at 7 p.m. And you can check out their website, 1224.net, and 1224 is all spelled out. And there you will be able to find how to buy the tickets. Thank you so much, Lenny, and good luck with all the shows.
What an honor again for spending the time with you.
No problem.
Coming up next, Eric DeBerardinis is in with sports here on WILN. Stay tuned.
Join us on Thanksgiving for some special programming. Easton Phillipsburg High School Football live, Granny's Kitchen, the rebroadcast of Hazleton area at Coughlin High School football. Women Today, Pennsylvania Pipeline Music Television, and Let's Talk Chiropractic at 9. And on Black Friday, the Service Electric Wilkes-Barre Christmas Parade, Holiday Baking with Jen Yamola, the Year Life Christmas Special, Hometown Holidays, Polka Connection Christmas Special, the Chef Lou Christmas Special, Holiday Shopping Showcase, Women Today, Wellness Through Physical Therapy, and Granny's Kitchen.
Join us this week on Women Today. It's our Thanksgiving show, and it's all about gratitude. Yogi instructor Gina Whalen is going to tell us how you can practice gratitude on a daily basis. Our Simply Homebrew Wine of the Week is a crisp apple Riesling. Cooking with Kathy, she's going to show you how you can use all those Thanksgiving leftovers. We've got another great giveaway this week and a super young woman on the move. It's all coming up, Thanksgiving special this week on Women Today. Join us.
If you're like me, you plan your Thanksgiving around food, obviously, and football. If you're Marian Catholic, Thanksgiving plans altered a bit this year, and that's a good thing because their football team is still playing. While most people will sit around and watch Genius Chip Kelly on TV or maybe play some pickup ball, Marian's set to practice on Turkey Day with a looming state playoff game on Friday. Last week, Colts head coach Stan DeCoste discussed what it meant to be playing this time of year, which still applies a week later.
Well, when you get to this point in time, every team you're playing is a good football team, so the margin for error becomes very slow. And, you know, I have a situation where we've just got to play our ball game. You can't play out of character. You've got to play the way you got here because you played pretty well.
Marian will travel to Philadelphia to take on Bishop McDevitt in the PIAA Class A first round. McDevitt won the District 1-12 sub-regional last week, while the Colts won District 11 in a Class A shutout performance over Tri-Valley. Thanksgiving also a time for family and friends. Well, Wyoming Valley West spending more time with their football family and also becoming quite familiar but not friendly with teams from the Eastern Pennsylvania Southern Conference. The Spartans will play their third straight opponent from the league on Friday in the Quad A Sub-Regional Championship. Try to follow this. In the regular season, Parkland beat Nazareth, Nazareth beat Liberty, Liberty beat Parkland, and Wyoming Valley West has beaten Nazareth and Liberty and will now play Parkland on Friday in the title game. A lot going on there, but Valley West seems to be accustomed to the different style of play their District 11 counterparts present.
I just think when you look at that league down there's so many talented teams and talented players down there, and the coaching is great. So from top to bottom, week in and week out, and any team could beat any team down in that league down there, and they prove that every year. The added speed of the game, you know, down in that league, and the different types of athletes and players that you're going to be used to. And
Valley West plays host again tomorrow at 7 in the title game versus Parkland. Stay tuned. Coming up, Joe Garbacik is in with a final look at the forecast.
WYLN is proud to announce a huge technical upgrade to our channels that will bring a better digital picture and expanded coverage area to viewers all over northeastern and central Pennsylvania. In addition to Channel 35.1 in Hazleton, you can watch a crystal clear picture in Berwick and Columbia County on Channel 47.1 and in East Stroudsburg on Channel 24.1. And we're proud to announce Pennsylvania's newest TV station, Channel 9.1 in Williamsport, serving Lycoming, Montour, Northumberland, and Union counties. Now more than ever, WYLN is your local network.
On the next Warrior Summit Outdoors, I think about warriors of days gone by and how they recovered from combat in the great outdoors. And as part of looking back into history, I'm going to visit the manufacturer of an old-fashioned rifle, the muzzleloader flintlock. History can teach a lot, and we'll be learning on the next Warrior Summit Outdoors.
Hey, it looks pretty nice for the holiday and even going into the holiday weekend. Temperature-wise, actually, it's going to be pretty nice for our Thanksgiving and for our Black Friday. And then we're going to follow it with some chillier temperatures coming back into play. But again, no storms really to talk about. And maybe a couple of showers around as we go into our Saturday. But that pretty much is about it.
And we just want to remind everyone that the Commission on Economic Opportunity CEO in Hazleton will be holding a Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow from 11 until 2. It's at Annunciation Parish, formerly St. Gabriel's on West Wyoming Street at Hazleton. Again, they will be preparing and serving a traditional Thanksgiving dinner for anyone who would like to attend tomorrow from 11 until 2.
Wow. You brought the props.
Well, you wore the penguins.
Yeah, that doesn't have...
Why are you looking at me like you've never seen a person with a turkey on their head before? We wish all you and yours a very blessed Thanksgiving Day tomorrow.
Or whatever that was. Okay, good night.